enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now a first down throw, Fields. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense very strong in the victory last week.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Back to throw, Fields. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Fields going to get this one out on the perimeter. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. McCann's got it teed up. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears will take over possession here up at the 44. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means a free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Fields. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Here's Fields. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown Bears. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. McCann's got it teed up. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 39.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Bears will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jamin Davis. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Fields now to throw. This will go to Henry out wide. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 5 now. Fields. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra. We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Darren Lee, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. A handoff, running left, Henry. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. but unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got it to Gibson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. First and 10 at the 33-yard line. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get...
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington able to make this a close game again. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? 7 yards to pick up there.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 38-yard line.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Here's Fields. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Fields on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Here's a give to Gibson. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And that gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Tressway now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the 2nd half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
2nd and 10. He'll look to throw, and he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. And they were able to get him down and force the punt.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now Fields. And right side, Henry's got it. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Cameron Curl up to make the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. To throw is Fields. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's out to the flat for Gibson. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And oh, he coughed it up, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
Jaron Kearse in on the tackle.
It's now 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Now the point after try for Santos. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Running left, it's Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Out of the gun, Fields. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A first down carry for Henry. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. David Njoku. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. McCann's got it teed up. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 70 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown. David Njoku with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears are looking like they'll move to 6-1 as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. McCann's got it teed up. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
That is caught. Westbrook's got it. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. Santos with the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after it right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football, you've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 40. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
They'll try to run with Gibson.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be taken in by the Bears, and it appears they're going to win this game. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down.